Liverpool leave it late to win at Brentford, but it feels like a seismic shift for them in the title race after what was a frustrating afternoon. I was certainly tearing my hair out trying to find ways to consume another Saturday 3 p.m, but by 5 p.m. on Saturday we were all buzzing, weren't we?
Yeah, I think it's a potentially season-defining afternoon when you look at it in the context of not just Liverpool's result but Arsenal's as well. And I think the mood shift, from the moment before Darwin Núñez scores to the final whistle, it is absolutely huge. I think it sort of felt for most of the afternoon like it was just going to be one of those days for Liverpool, a case of nearly but not quite. I thought Liverpool actually played really well. I thought defensively they looked a lot more robust than they have done. I thought Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate both played very, very well. Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. But just going forward, it felt like it wasn't going to click, that final ball, and some decent defending from Brentford and a few decent saves from the goalkeeper as well. But I think it largely was, despite the amount of shots that Liverpool had, it sort of felt like they weren't quite at it in the attacking areas. So yeah, it very much felt like it was going to be another case of 2 points dropped, which wouldn't have been disastrous in isolation, but I think it would have compounded the frustration that has been building over the last few weeks with points being dropped here and there. So yeah, it was a massive result, and it feels like we've been waiting for one of those big late moments under Arne Slot. It felt like it might come against Manchester United, it felt like it might come against Nottingham Forest, but I mean, what a way for it to come, and what a player to be involved in all of that as well, Darwin Núñez, after a really tricky couple of weeks. So yeah, a potentially massive afternoon in the title race, and hopefully one that now spurs Liverpool on over the next few weeks.
Yeah, loads of positives to take from it, of course, particularly in terms of, like you say, how big the result was in the title race, but still some things for the manager to think about. I imagine, like, you look at that side on Sunday, and as you say, it functions in so many other areas, but there's three lads up top there who start the game who are all just not in goal scoring form right now, and I wonder if there is a part of Slot which is thinking, well, they're the ones who contribute best to our defensive system. They're the ones who can do that thing of defending the best from the front, all the pressing and all those elements works really well when all three of them are on the pitch together. But in terms of the goals, they're just not free flowing right now, and I wonder if Slot will be looking at it thinking, there's a pure number 9 option there who does get the 2 late goals on Saturday, and maybe he's the shout for it going forward now.
Yeah, quite possibly. I think we know now that those 3 are probably Slot's sort of tried and trusted front 3 that he goes for in the big games. If Diogo Jota were fully fit and firing, then maybe that would be slightly different, but I think he does quite like that combination, and we've seen it work quite well with Diaz as the false 9, if you like. He was exceptional against West Ham a few weeks ago, so it's definitely an option for Slot, and one that he obviously likes and has put a lot of faith in. But I think while all 3 of those players have had fantastic individual seasons so far, unfortunately for Liverpool, they all seem to have hit a little bit of a sticky patch in front of goal at the same time, and that always seems to be the way. Even under Jurgen Klopp, it always felt like the front line would always seem to stop firing around about the same time, which is frustrating. But I think Darwin Núñez getting those 2 goals, I think Neil summed it up perfectly in his post-match piece, and he sort of said that, make no mistake, this isn't probably going to be the start of Núñez banging them in left, right and centre, as much as Liverpool fans would like that to be the case, and touch wood, maybe it will be, but it's more likely than not that he's still going to be the same player. He's still maybe going to be a little bit erratic in front of goal, but if he can contribute, and whether that be from the start or from the bench, then it's another really potent weapon for Liverpool to have in their arsenal. But the Diogo Jota thing is a continued frustration, isn't it? And I think going into that game, it sort of felt like if he'd been fit, it would have been the perfect game to start him in off the back of his cameo against Forest. And I guess it just raises more questions about whether Liverpool need to go out and buy a number 9.